Good evening, guys. It's April 12, 2022. Today is Tuesday, 6:24 p.m. and I'm recording a video, second video actually. I just finished my regular end of the video without Mbox, right? And then so you have to watch that regular end of the video first from our YouTube channel, and then you watch this video so you can understand how Mbox can help you out, as a confirmation to add on to your regular entries. So here is let me explain. So based on our levels, so these are the levels for NQ which was given to the subscriber in the morning around 6 o'clock, right? So they are trained to do certain things on a certain day, from certain levels. See, levels are there, right? But not all the levels are going to give you a response all the time, right? On some day price may go through it, and that is always the case, right? Some day they won't go through it and they will respond. So you have to read the price action also at the same time. You need to know the context before going into the day, and then pick and choose appropriate level to do certain actions, right? Either you can short there, go long there, take profit there, right? Now let's say if you did not do all the preparation and you have only some of the contextual ideas from our pre-market notes, right? And then let's say price hit here, shoot up from here straight into this area, which is our level. It's our powerful dream dotted line number, dream number we call it, right? So it hits there, and then what? Then you have a choice, right? So you can short here, or you can wait for this level to be taken out and use that as a support to go long, right? But when you are shorting it here, and if you don't know the context, what is going on, then you have no clue. You are just randomly using the levels, right? So in that case, if you want additional confirmation, right, then you can use also Mbox here. You can line up with Mbox with the levels, right? So for example, this line is a 259 level, this line, right? So here I'm just covering, and then I'm going to covering this entry, and then I'm going to cover everything else, right? So by just forget everything else here, just look at here. The first time when 259 hits after the open, right, you can see a minor reaction, correct? But at the time it was like shooting higher, right? It is so strong price action. Now if you look into here, it was all bullish, pointing to the upside. A very strong buying going on here, right? And also at this point here also you can see cumulative delta is flipped to the upside, right? So everything was pointing to the upside, right? Now let's say you don't have any visibility into this level. What is this 259? Let's say you don't have that line as a level, right? Then you're most likely you're targeting this level. You're looking, I think your line should be, let's say your line is here, right? That's a visible line. Everyone will know this line because it's a Globex high, right? Then you're looking to do something here, and you're waiting for a price to come up here. You may maybe take a short, or you may look for a breakout, right? And you don't know about this level, which is our level. So price first time it hits here, right? Everything was bullish, right? You don't have this line, so assume that line is not there. So and then you see the histogram, complete buying going on here, right? Totally. But when it hits second time here, 259, this area, right? Assuming that line is not here, you can see this buying is decreasing, right? So it's a warning sign that there is something here, right? And now I know, knowing this level, I know exactly why price is resisting here, right? So I was waiting here. Then price went down, right? So here you can see a small X control dot also, some kind of selling going on, right? But let's say you being not aware of this level, you are waiting for this level, correct? And you noticed here that, hey, 598 delta is too strong to fade it here, because you are not aware of these levels. You are waiting for here, right? So you're not going to fade these things, and you're going to wait, right? And by looking at this, you will wait for price to come down, do some balancing, and then you're going to short, right? So then what happened? Then you see this, selling came in, right? But if you combine all this thing together, then you can see, you know what, this could be a pullback too, because supply was decreasing, right? So it was making a case for long also, right? So it was not a strong supply going down here, it was a minor, and this cumulative delta was still up, right? And you have so much buying going on here, and with 598 delta, and then now you see a double algo, see, bullish algo, and you see X control taking out this candle, taking out this high. At this point you will think everything is pointing to the upside and price wants to go to moon, right? So remember, there is no price action like this happen, right? You are still here. So here, since you are not aware of this level, you will think everything is going up, and it will easily take out this Globex high and go higher. So you will go long here, right? So, but I would avoid it because of the context, bigger picture, see, higher time frame context. So our level was today, our context was to stick with shorts and longs if you see something, right? But we usually looking at the dream number here and this chop, now you know something is off here at this level, and then it tried to take a breakout, right? So knowing this importance of this level, I would not take this breakout. I would wait for price to completely go higher, pull back to this level, then I will go for long. I will ignore all this thing, At the same time, there was a conflicting idea here also. You can see it, this supply was decreasing, favoring long, but at the same time this buying was also decreasing while price was trying to go higher than this high, right? But this was decreasing. So this was also making a case for short too. And then after two candles down, you can see 84 here. That was also supporting a selling idea, shorting idea, because at the new high, this delta is way down, 84 versus 598. That was a divergence, Mbox divergence, right? And it is happening where? Right at this 280, 259, not at the Globex high. Price did not even go to Globex high. See my point? So now this Mbox confirmed it that something is off. Sellers are there with this divergence, right? This delta buying decreasing, and this cumulative delta going down now at this point, at this high. See, it is confirming that this level wants to hold it at this point in time, right? So, and now most likely this buying, whoever bought it here, they will get trapped right here. See, so the whole idea here I'm explaining here is both Mbox and the levels together, right? So not knowing the level, you would have bought it here purely based on Mbox if you don't read it correctly, right? So even with Mbox, without the levels, you can avoid this long, so because of this conflicting information, but you have to read it both ways then. And if you are not a good reader reading both ways, then you will get trapped here purely using Mbox. In that case, this level will come in handy and it will help you avoiding this long, because now it's a 2 points, right, against 1 point. 1 point is, let's say there is no level. That means, and let's say you are not reading it properly and you are only favoring one side. That means it's a case for long based on this algo and all this thing, right? And there is no level. But if you have a level and you see this divergences, now you have two things confirming the shorts and ignoring longs, right? So that's the first entry I got it, right? Even I got it here actually. I only used levels. Mbox is a confirmation tool for me for the second entry, and sometimes I use it as a first entry too, So here, after seeing this now at this candle, I know now there is a selling X control also, right? So at this point I know exactly price wants to go down. So this is my confirmation entry right at the pop back up at 221, 220. That is called Mbox entry. This is my first entry without Mbox. This is a confirmation based entry after Mbox has shown us enough evidence. By this time you can see this supply came, right? So this was a trap buyer supply, trap buyer's demand, or buying, here it immediately came back down, right? So there is another arrow, like you can see demand dropped significantly. Here there was a flip also, see that? Now it's confirming, so pop back up, you short here based on Mbox, and then you write it down, up to wherever you want based on your levels, right? You can maybe write up to this line, maybe this line, all this, any lines you can hold it, or you can just hold it. So I'm not talking about exit here, right? I'm only talking about entries. Exit is up to you, right? Based on your risk reward criteria. You can choose to take exit here. You can choose to take exit right at this top. You can choose to take exit at here. You can choose to take exit here, right? So I'm only talking about entries. Exit is always up to you. So, and then you can see there is a follow through X control and supply was rising. See that? So you can hold it all the way up to here. So I bailed out here, at 90 and 130, at this level, 130 and 90, most of the position, and the rest because it was my targeted levels for the profit, and then rest, I held it throughout the end of the day. And so here also, once you entered it, you can see this nice double algo to the favoring the sell side along with this X control later on, right? So that is giving you more confirmation to hold your entry. See, so that is how Mbox can help you out in a long with the levels, right? Without levels, see, with the levels it makes your life easy. Without levels it also makes your life easy, but then you have to spend time studying all these things on a day-to-day basis, and then you have to learn how to use it, properly, and then you can use it as a standalone tool also. Okay, so those are my entries for today for the short side. ES, I did the similar thing. ES also, S&P 500, I also took a short right here around this time at 44.62, and then I held it at up to 44.38 because ENQ was hitting 130 here while ES was hitting 38. So I bailed out both of them together. Okay, so that's the video for Mboxwave using the levels, So, and I also explained you the standalone tool, right? That you can use it as a standalone tool also here, not knowing the levels, but you just need to read it properly both ways and choose one side over another. Okay, and that be all for today.